So, man, we're going to have to talk about this Kanye shit, man. Been a lot going on this week. I really didn't want to speak on this shit, but, I had people hit me up. They want, our opinions and our views on this shit.
It's coming to a head, man.
I feel like this is going to be the last wrap-up, though, as far as me addressing this nigga. So, as you know, when we was at the live show, not the live show, when we was in Atlanta, me and JT had kind of briefly spoke on it because of that was at the time where him and Adidas had their falling out.
Mm-hmm.
So now everybody's cut ties with this nigga.
Yeah.
Adidas is done with him. Gap is done with him. Balenciaga's done with him. Def Jam,
talent agency, even Def Jam, which is crazy.
Def Jam don't have good music no more.
That's crazy.
He tried to pull up at Skechers. Skechers said, "Nah, dog, I'm good."
Yeah. J.P. Morgan, the banks. What else?
Someone was first this week to really drop the bomb. I don't know who it was. I can't remember. But I mean,
he lost to school.
Okay, Don Academy. Yeah, they start their school season. Aaron Donald, Jaylen Brown separated from him. We'll talk about that too. But
yeah, just to
get this shit out the way first. I mean, what's your thoughts on this shit, man?
What exactly did he say that was anti-Jew? What?
I didn't watch the Drink Champs interview. I have no idea.
I mean, because I just feel like I watched a good bit of it. I didn't watch the whole thing, and he wasn't saying anything specifically hateful towards Jew. This is some. Remember when LeBron got in trouble for the same shit a few years ago?
Yeah, saying I was getting Jewish money.
Getting Jewish money, and he had to sit with the rabbis and all that shit too. Mm-hmm. This is kind of like that, but at an extreme level. They're kind of doing a lot. I don't see exactly where he was anti-Semitic or anti-Jewish in his statements. I just don't see it. The only thing that I really don't agree with within him, within the Drink Champs interview up until now, is what he said about George Floyd. I don't see where he disrespected the Jewish community. If somebody can,
well, he did say the DEFCON 3 shit.
He said he's going. What did he say about DEFCON 3?
That was the main clip that was going around.
The tweet when he tweeted that.
No, when he was talking about it on Drink Champs.
What did he say?
He said, "Yeah, I'm gonna go DEFCON 3 on a certain group. I don't know which group. I'm assuming it's the Jews. I'm not sure. I could be wrong, but he said he was gonna go DEFCON 3 on a certain group of people, and a lot of people took that as disrespect. I don't know if he was trolling. I don't know if he was playing.
All right, I mean,
I don't know. I just know that's something that you don't play with. But based off the other things, I don't know. But if you speak anything that's in contrast of their beliefs, they're gonna say that's anti-Semitic. To me, I really don't care about that specific thing because that seems to be a continuous theme that's going on right now. So my beef is not even with the Jews and whatever they deem as disrespect. Whatever they feel is disrespect is what they feel is disrespect. What I have a problem with this nigga is he's never consistent on anything. And he only chooses to speak out on things when things are not going in his favor, per usual. It's been this way for years now. So, had he still been with Kim Kardashian, had everything still been smooth sailing with Adidas and Gap, we would never hear from this man. And then every time he come out and he dropped these quote-unquote facts that, for the most part, people already know. Like when he said the whole Black Lives Matter thing is a nigga, we know that. When he's speaking the truth, how he feel his truth about the Jews, it's like, okay. But he'll say a whole bunch of other bullshit, but people will just highlight, well, he's right about this. I look at him as a broken clock. Say a whole bunch of bullshit throughout the day, but he'll say one or two things that make him right, and then everybody just be like, you see, he's a genius. Or, he got a motive behind why he doing this. And to me, he's not. He's not at all. I don't believe there's no motive behind none of this. I don't believe that, he wanted to get out of the contract, so he's doing these things to get out his contract to, a bigger push and, so he could do his own thing. No.
A bigger push from where?
I never see it. That's been a constant theme for him for, let's say, 5 years now. Like, let's even take it back to 2018 with the whole Donald Trump shit. You know, then the slavery comments. It's like everything that he says that gets a viral moment, it's like, oh, well, you know, he's a genius. You know what I'm saying? Well, something's going to come from this, or, you know, he's doing that for a reason. What did we ever see come from the Donald Trump shit?
They were saying that the Donald Trump shit was for the Kim Kardashian, with her lawyer situation. I don't know what that exactly was. I can't put a hand on that either, but that's what they were saying. What do you think about these brands and these companies picking and choosing when they stand with Kanye and when they don't?
I expect that from them.
Because, I mean, shouldn't he have gotten the same backlash for the slavery shit?
I mean, we talked about it then when Adidas dropped their statement and said, yeah,
we're
standing by him. We didn't see nothing that was basically disrespectful. You can look this up. I'm not making it up.
But how was that not disrespectful, though?
That's what I'm saying. I expect this from them. So this shit is not surprising to me at all. They're going to pick and choose when it comes to certain shit. That's why when people get talking, oh, you get held accountable for being disrespectful to all groups of people. No, you don't.
You don't. You really don't. Because
no, you don't.
If we being honest, he should have lost the Adidas deal back then.
Should have, but he didn't. Because you know why? It didn't matter. That's just what it all boils down to. It didn't matter.
But then when when all the riots happened, all these same companies were posting this whole we stand in, you know, solidarity with black people and all this other shit. No, y'all really don't.
Nothing came from that. That was 2020, 2 years
y'all
later.
Said y'all was gonna start hiring, you know, black people to be in y'all executive rooms and more black, you know, say so in y'all organizations. We ain't seen nothing, no spillover from that. We ain't seen nothing, you know, that come from none of that shit. But this happens, and I'm not, you know, putting no cape on by no means, but I'm just speaking to the point of the picking and choosing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I had more smoke for people like Aaron Donald and Jaylen Brown, the black people,
right,
choosing to separate from
Nori too. I put Nori in there too.
When he was saying all this disrespectful shit, you had knowledge prior to signing or while you was there that he already had said this shit. I don't know when Jaylen Brown and Aaron Donald decided to sign with Donda Academy or whenever Donda Sports.
Oh, this happened.
Oh, this is recent.
This is like the last year and a half. Yeah,
this shit is new. Yeah, my bad. So you already had knew of those comments and you choose so to stand by.
And Jaylen Brown was very outspoken during the George Floyd shit. You know what I'm saying?
These niggas don't know what they're talking about, and this goes back. I want y'all to do me a favor. Go back in our catalog and go to episode 2, please. Just go to episode 2. The title will tell you everything you need to know. And everything that we speak about on that show falls under the umbrella with these athletes, these entertainers, these rappers. Y'all need to stop aligning yourselves with these niggas outside of their sport. Jaylen Brown really doesn't know what he talking about. He doesn't know what he wants to stand on. He picks and chooses when he wants to stand on certain things. And it's like, bro, you don't have to do that. Don't have all this concern after the fact that you done separated from Kanye when you already knew that he said all that shit before. You still chose to stand with him. And with that, nobody in their right mind would have even signed over there. That's not me saying me shitting on his, you know, his agency. Me, knowing what I know about him, I wouldn't have stood next to him on that. Why? Because of shit like this. So we wouldn't even have to get to this point because I wasn't even standing next to that nigga because he's too inconsistent. He's too inconsistent. He spirals out of control. It's not even the fact that I expect Aaron Donald and Jaylen Brown to separate from him. That act alone. Hey, you fucking with my name. My name matters. You got this anti-Semitic shit surrounding you. I can't stand next to you. But hold on, let me finish.
Yeah.
Where was y'all niggas at when he said all the shit that he said about us? You know what that tells me? You really didn't give a fuck. But now all this shit pop up, spiraling out of control. Oh, now I got to separate from you. Now you got to protect your name. I got to protect my name now. But no, you know, when he was running around saying all this other shit about us, y'all niggas didn't give a fuck. That didn't pop up in your mind when you signed across that dotted line.
Even now, like y'all didn't separate from him because of the shit he said about George Floyd. Y'all separated because the other shit he said.
Yeah. Which wasn't even because of the George Floyd shit.
Wasn't even because of the George Floyd shit.
When you look at all these people's statements, I'm talking about the black people, Aaron Donald, Jaylen Brown, it don't mean nothing about that.
It ain't about George Floyd. It ain't about the lie that he said about George Floyd.
It's the anti-Semitism shit. Which
is crazy to me. Y'all not even including the black disrespecting this shit.
My main thing is the being disrespectful to us.
Yeah.
I never want to have a conversation about anti-Semitism because you're never going to get to a median on that.
especially now
I don't care.
from what I'm seeing, Mike.
It don't make sense.
From what I'm seeing, from what I've been seeing this week, like anti-Semitism. I'm sorry for mispronouncing that. I don't know what the hell it could be these days. So like you're right. I don't know.
A lot of people don't even know what the definition is.
I don't know what type of meeting you can come to with anybody about that.
My thing is, whatever they say it is, cool. Because honestly, I don't even care to engage in that.
You can't really do that though, because
why not?
We got the Kyrie.
What's the game? What's the game? What's the game though?
It can't just be. It can be anything, because with racism,
I'm not saying it's anything. What I'm saying is whatever they deem is disrespectful. Okay, cool. I'm not about to sit up here and have an argument with Jews about what anti-Semitism is. If somebody's coming out and telling you that they don't stand by that, take it for what it is and leave it alone. Just like with the Kyrie Irving shit. The man asked him about his tweet about Alex Jones.
Right.
He said Alex Jones, that was from the 90s, and it spoke about secret societies in America. Mm-hmm. I agree with that. I don't agree with his Sandy Hook conspiracies. All the people that was affected about that had to relive that trauma. He had a tweet that also spoke about anti-Semitism, where he does not align himself with anti-Semitism. You know what the reporter do? He keeps asking him about it. So that's why I'm saying, what's the game? If you ask me a question and I give you an answer, you see my tweets, because this is all this shit is about. It's about a tweet. You see my tweet, and yet you still poking at me about this. What is the end game, bro?
I think why
are you still asking me about it?
I'm gonna just be blunt. It's racial bullying at this point.
That's what it seemed like to me.
It's racial bullying because
I think a lot of them are using this to highlight their racism.
Yes, because
but they get to stand behind that though.
With anti-black racism, it's clear cut with anti-black racism.
You know exactly what it is.
You know exactly what this shit is. You know what I'm saying? And you know all the layers that come behind it. You know all the nuances. You know everything. When this is like, y'all are just deeming anything. You know what I'm saying? People wanting to go back deeper into their history as far as being further coming from Africa or whatever, their lineage, and it just somehow veering off into being Hebrew or whatnot. That's, if you're black, it's being called anti-Semitic. Mm-hmm. When Kyrie posted the movie with
he didn't even say no tweet.
He didn't even say no tweet. He posted it on a link
to the book.
A link to the book, and that was deemed anti-Semitic. So what are we doing now? Mm-hmm. How is that anti-Semitic, but there's actual school books with white pharaohs? Is that not racist? Like, we got to start having a real conversation about this shit now, because anything could be anti-Semitic, but people are being shunned and deemed whatever they want to be deemed for that. But we have years and years and years of clear disrespect towards black history, and it's cool. It's in school curriculums being taught as the truth, but that's cool. You know what I'm saying?
That this is the way of the world. I look at it like racism.
That's why I asked you, like, can't we just really say whatever they say is anti-Semitic and that's just cool? Like, we can't do that. There has to be a conversation had, because now it's like it's on some bullying shit now. They kind of coming at whoever they want to come at. That shit that happened with Kyrie at that podium, that shit was that was highly unprofessional of that reporter, bro.
When I say whatever they say it is, it's not me saying like, I'm speaking from a standpoint of what's the end game.
No, I get what you're
saying. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
What's the end game? Like, I don't want to have this is a continuous theme. We just had Deshaun Jackson a few years ago. You see what I'm saying? With that whole thing.
Yeah, I forgot.
That's what I mean when I say that.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't want to sit up here and have no conversation with y'all back and forth. So whatever y'all say, cool. You see what I'm saying? I have an issue with you continuously asking somebody a question, they provide you an answer, and you still poking at it.
Still trying to make it seem something.
And I never was a fan.
You're trying to make it you're trying to make it something else from what he's saying.
And this goes back to when I was speaking about the Ime Udoka situation, Malika Andrews, all this quote unquote journalism. A lot of y'all are not journalists, bro. When did it become this thing to be talking about players so much outside of basketball?
They didn't even talk about Kyrie being 1 and 5.
It's getting higher and higher and higher and higher now. It's just not with Kyrie Irving, it's with everybody.
Yeah.
So do your job, bro. That just be my thing. Do your job. And I never was a fan of Nick Friedel anyway. When he covered the Bulls, I didn't like his ass neither.
Oh, that's who that was. That was excellent.
Yeah, I don't. There's a few of y'all I don't fuck with. Now, I said y'all names on here before. Joe Person, you at the top of the list. I still don't fuck with you, but it's a lot of trash journalism going on within it. What happened to the days of just asking basketball questions, bruh? And this goes in bed again. Go back to our second episode. Bruh. Telling you, all we speak about this shit that was 5 years ago. It's all under the same tree, bro, because you have to be careful when you align yourselves with these athletes or rappers outside of their profession, because soon as they say something that you don't align with, you find yourself compromising or asking yourself like, damn, man, like I really fuck with him. No, you fuck with him because he knows how to catch nice passes. You fuck with him because he has a nice jump shot. You fuck with him because he know how to put a dope 808 beat together.
And that's cool. But let's just keep it at that with a lot of these dudes, bro.
That's why when people be telling me I don't want to have an argument about sticking next to Kanye West, bro. I was in this group and niggas is having an argument about, we got to stand by him. What the fuck I got to stand by him for? For what?
I'm listening to his music still, but I don't align with none of this. As far as like, all this other shit, that's out of my range. Like, I don't really care about all this shit, bro.
It's not even, I don't think it's out of our range, bro. We have people in real life that we can have conversations with, have guidance with. None of these, we have politicians for this shit. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not going to hold an athlete, a rapper, or entertainer higher than I hold a fucking politician or somebody who's a scholar. You see what I'm saying? These niggas are not smart as what you think. You see what I'm saying? They're not. And people need to stop. Well, what the fuck am I saying about him for? For what? There's nothing Kanye West can show me as regards to real life. He can show me how to put a dope song together. He can show me how to do some dope ass engineering in the studio. This real life shit, everyday shit. No. What is he teaching me? Like, y'all niggas really fuck with this nigga more so because he's a loose cannon. He put some dope clothes together and he's sporadic. To me, that shit is not cool. And I've always been that. When I was a kid, I never gave a fuck about what Steve Smith did outside football. I never cared about what Ed Reed did outside football. I never cared what Lil Wayne did outside rap. If I had questions regards to real life, who I go to? I go to my grandfather, ask my uncles, ask my mom. Like, bro, because when these niggas get to talking, then you really see where their morals and shit lie at. I was in the space with Tariq Nasheed, right? He brought somebody up to the stage. He said, I want to speak to you Kanye West fans who, feel like he got such a motive or he got this end game. So he brings the dude up. He's like, yeah, brother, like, so what's his motive behind this? He's like, no, I think he has a motive for all these moves, man. I think it's something, to come from. He's like, what's his motive, brother? He said, man, I don't know. Only Kanye know. He kicked him off the stage. You can't say the man has a motive, then you don't even have an idea of what it can be. And we never see nothing that comes from it. And this is an ongoing thing since 2013. That's when it really, really started with the whole, when he had a beef with all the fashion shit. What did he do? He go to Sway, he started complaining about it. Then throughout year, we just seen these moments where, we don't, from 2014 to 16, we ain't heard shit from the nigga. Until Life of Pablo came out.
He was straight with Adidas. He was straight. Good. Then when he got valued at $1 billion, it was still cool until he started having his gripes with Adidas dropping, the variant Adidas shoes that look like Yeezys. That's when he started having a problem with them, which is cool. But you went about that shit completely wrong. And like you brought up Tariq Nasheed, like even he had some great points about this shit. Like, bro, like we gotta start really being more strategic as black people, even when we in those type of positions, bro. Like as Kanye, bro, like you're in a different class now. You have to move more strategic. If you feel like they was doing you wrong on the business side, handle that like a businessman. Handle that like a person in your position is supposed to handle shit like that.
You don't do it at the expense of your brand. That's like if you got the chain on your foot and you trying to get out the chain, you shoot your foot off. Hey, look, I'm free, yeah, but you shot your fucking foot off.
Your foot done, nigga.
Your foot is done. So people keep talking to him like, oh yeah, well, he did all of this. Dog, you have a brand to protect, especially if you want to continue to do work with other people. Now, if you don't want to do work with other people, I would be cool. But you're still trying to do work with these other brands.
Yeah.
And I said this before. I don't believe he has a confidence to want to do this shit by himself. Because if he did, he would have been did it. Yeezy, quote unquote, has weight to it.
That's a name.
It holds weight. Well, you could all this land that you have that you done brag to Charlemagne and God about that we done seen before, bro. You could that's space to do a whole bunch of things. You don't want to do it. Why? Because you want to drop your dick down on these other corporations' table and they're not having it, bro. Let it go. You will never be recognized by these people how you think you want to be recognized.
Mike, I'm gonna be real, bro. He ain't dropping nothing. He dick riding.
Yeah, that's what he's getting now.
No, I'm being real, bro. Like,
but I'm saying that's what he's trying.
That's what he's trying to do. But nigga, you still need them. You still asking them for assistance.
You don't need it.
You still want access to these people resources, but you wanna try to boss them around at the same time.
Yeah,
they're not going for that shit.
No.
They're not going for that shit.
How would you feel if somebody came in your shit and tried to tell you what to do? Like that's what I'm saying. He's far from dumb. He knows exactly what he's doing, but he thinks what he's like. This free thinking shit is bullshit. It's bullshit.
Even him walking in the Skechers on that dumb shit, nigga. Like what the fuck wrong with you, nigga?
Look at the optics surrounding you, bro. Why would we do business with you? Why?
And you just come here unannounced. Like, who are you? Like, you're still, bro. Like, honest on some real shit, bro. Don't people probably like, bro, like, get this nigga out of here, man. Like,
I don't got time for that.
Like, nah. Like, and you come there with a camera crew and shit on the stoop. Like, get out of here, bro.
That's what I'm saying. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them, bro. He's too like anybody who would have any business dealings with Kanye West. You really need to question yourself, especially at this point.
So going forward,
he's not going to lose no supporters. He has a supporter. He doesn't want to do it by himself for whatever. I already said the reasons why he won't do it at this point. It seems to be blatant. He has a point to prove to these other corporations. Like, no, bro, like you're never going to hold no type of status where you're going to dictate what we're going to do. And he needs to accept that. Not a George Floyd shit. Typical. Why? Slavery comments a couple years ago. This is a continuous thing. Continuous thing. Continuous thing. And yet, people are still giving him the passes on this fuck shit. So it wasn't the George Floyd shit that did it for niggas. It was the other shit.
That's my whole thing, bro. Like Nori, you didn't feel the backlash off of the George Floyd comments. You didn't even feel empathetic for the George Floyd comments. You were scared because of the Jewish shit.
That's why his interview got taken down.
You know what I'm saying? Now you got a disclaimer talking about you provide a platform for people to be for people to be uncensored and shit like that. But now you want to do that now. I'm watching the Jeezy episode and this shit up there for like 2 minutes. I'm like, oh, they make sure you read the shit now. And I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this?
2 minutes is insane.
This has never been on y'all show before the Kanye episode. Now you provide a platform for people to be free and uncensored.
Nori talking about something. He's a journalist. I don't see Nori as a journalist.
Get the fuck out of here, man.
I've never seen Nori as a journalist. I see somebody who has great conversations on his podcast.
Yeah, I don't see it as journalism.
That's not journalism. I don't think people understand what journalism is.
It's deeper than just, I don't know.
You're actually like, a journalist is something that they report on things,
with integrity.
With integrity, and that shit that you do on your podcast, my nigga. No disrespect, because you have a great podcast.
That's a good platform. He got a good thing going on over there. I just want to make sure I'm not.
When he said that after the fact, he was like, "Oh, it's journalism. You just let people talk." Since when have you been a journalist?
That's just having a good interview. When you have a good interview, you let people get off what they need to get off. And I'm not even mad at people. I'm not even mad at Nori for his style of interviewing, because people have their different styles of interviewing. You just have to understand people's brand of interviewing. I'm not mad at people. I'm not mad at Nori. People was on his neck about like him just, This
is the definition of journalism, people. The activity or profession of writing for newspapers, magazines, or news websites, or preparing news to be broadcast. How does Nori do that on Drink Champs?
He's not presenting no new info or news. Like
you're just interviewing
just
former
interviewing.
artists, giving them their flowers. That's what your platform is.
So I think a lot of people are calling themselves a journalist.
A lot of people are calling
people
themselves that.
journalists,
Yes,
right?
they are, and y'all not that.
I'm not that. Like, you know what I'm saying? We are all content creators at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's very few people who
That's
have.
what I look at Nori as a content creator.
It's very few people who have podcasts who are also journalists.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who do both.
I think people need to really get that in order before they start, placing tags.
It's a lot of words that are getting thrown around.
Yeah,
misused. But I mean, at the end of the day, I'm not surprised that what has transpired with this nigga. I'm not surprised. He's here because of him and nobody else. He's the reason why he's here, and that's it. He's the reason why he's here. Nobody else's fault. Not just because he says a couple of things that might be that doesn't absolve the other shit. To me, it don't. So for y'all, it might absolve the other shit.
It don't because in the grand scheme,
because if it was somebody else,
it don't because it's like, bro, like what did you say all this other dumb shit for, and you still said this, but it's like, bro, like the correct shit that you even said, it don't even hold no weight like that now because you just said all this stupid shit. Like
when Ted Cruz said what he said, niggas packed him up. But with Kanye West, because he's such a great artist, niggas just overlooked that George Floyd shit. Niggas overlooked that slavery was a choice shit. Niggas overlooked the slave net shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of shit. I be seeing niggas tweets talking about, oh yeah, they only talk about the slaves that that didn't rebel and da-da-da-da. Bro, that's not the point, bro.
Nah, I'm not disrespecting none of the.
You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all niggas is
that shit crazy. Y'all niggas be trying.
That's
crazy how people are trying to switch that up to fit.
Yeah, to fit their own
like,
thinking. Like, bro, at the end of the day, slavery.
He still said that, bro. Like, he still said that, bro. Like, you can't really.
Niggas want to just go against the grain so hard on certain shit, bro. To stand out, and the shit is goofy as fuck. It's so goofy. It's played out, and
it's crazy.
Like, it don't make sense. Because at the end of the day, what I see coming from this is just more bullshit. And I'm going to see a nigga who's not going to take advantage of the capital that he has, the land that he has, to build up his own shit. Just shut the fuck up for about 2-3 years, bro. Put your head down and build your shit back up.
It's a childish way of it's like some childish shit to me, man. Because like you say, you got all the tools necessary to be self-sufficient, and you're going about this shit childish, bro, because it's like you want these people to give you your resources, give you their resources. You still want to quote unquote drop your nuts on them. You still want to do all this other shit, like say all this goofy shit, and you're not vetting yourself. You're
killing himself.
You're not. That's what I'm saying. You're not putting yourself through the proper motions, bro. Like you said, like, bruh should have been sat his ass down for a couple years and just go to your land and just clear your mind for a few years, bruh, for a couple years.
Build up your own infrastructure, bruh.
Like, no, not even work, bruh. Just go relax, bruh. Focus on your kids for like 3 years, bruh. Just chill out. You know what I'm saying? And get your shit together, bruh. You're not here.
If Soulja Boy is capable of being quiet for a whole year, almost 2 years, Kanye West is capable of doing that.
Well, Soulja was in jail for like
no, I'm talking about 2018, and then when he came back 19, he had the video and he was talking about I had the biggest comeback and all that.
Oh yeah.
Because remember before
he was in jail though. He was in jail when he came back from when he started doing the biggest comeback shit.
No, listen, I'm talking about yes, but he was already home.
Yeah,
he was home for a year because remember he always had something going every week.
Yeah, he was
quiet.
He was spiraling for a while.
He was spiraling, and then he was quiet for a whole year.
But you see, and it's crazy we using Soulja Boy here. I think it come down to yourself, honestly, because Kanye got people around him who've been trying to talk to him for the most part. Like, hey, bro, like you gotta chill. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
oh no. They don't have money like him. They don't have money like him.
Which
so
is
can't
crazy
talk,
to say.
He can't talk to nobody who make less money. He got all the answers. This is what I'm talking about with this nigga, bro. That's really the crux of my argument. Like, that's it.
You gonna talk to your mans like that, and then you mad when these white people do the same way.
This nigga has all the answers. You have all the money, right? You go figure it out then. You be up on these interviews, you talking crazy. I seen a couple of his mans in the comments. I'm like, yeah, man, well, we try to have these conversations with him and he don't have nothing to say. Well, nigga.
Hey, man.
Hold your own weight then. You got all the answers. You got all the money. Nobody can tell you nothing because you got more money than everybody.
It's only so long that people can talk to you, bro. Like, you gotta do your own, bro. You gotta do you.
So why should I care? What reason do I have to care about this nigga? What reason do I have to stand by this nigga?
He ain't fighting for me. He fighting for himself. And his own personal wishes. He's not fighting for nothing.
You give a fuck about us?
He don't care about me, bro.
He's always been that way. And niggas are narcissists. He's selfish as fuck. And unless until his bottom line gets compromised is when we hear from the nigga. Other than that, if it's not being compromised, he cool. He been and I'm supposed to care about you and your dealings that you got going on with your wife and your kids, nigga. I don't care about that. Sorry.
That Kim Kardashian taking my black kids, nigga. Now they black. Now you want to do this whole black shit.
Like, you knew what she was before you got with her, like we said before.
Stop playing with me, bro. Stop fucking playing with me, bro.
And I don't really find the shit to be funny on an overall scale. I be seeing niggas like they'll find a moment where he's kind of being funny, and they use that as the why they still kind of fuck. That shit's not funny. But that just lets me know how y'all would, if he was to be presented in front of y'all would stand next to shit like that. Because to me, I don't find it funny at all. I can appreciate that man music for what it is, but at the same time, too, not fuck with that nigga. Because there would never be a time that I would stand next to that nigga, especially politically. And it's going to be more goofy shit when 2024 come around. I'm telling you. When 2024 come around, you're going to see a lot more goofy shit with this nigga.
Oh, especially when, Elon just got Twitter, so, somebody go crazy. The word on the street is Trump about to get his Twitter page back, so, somebody go crazy, man. I was going to say she's going to go left, but, I don't know with left wing, right wing, I don't know with all that other shit, but yeah. It's going to get interesting. You're definitely right.
He's 44, 45 years old, bro. That's the thing. Like, he's not of someone who's in their younger 20s who don't know better. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows exactly what he's saying. And sometimes niggas just be saying shit like, Antonio Brown standing next to Kanye West is not surprising to me. What does that mean to me? Niggas telling me, oh, we should stick by him like AB. No, that's another dumb nigga. That's another dummy. I don't give a fuck about what AB got to say about Kanye West, bro. The nigga's a clown. This nigga in the pool exposing himself to other women. Like, bro, like, this is what I'm saying. Is he constant acts with these niggas, and I'm supposed to align with them on some moral type shit? On some political shit? All because he a cool nigga. He caught 1,600 yards passes, 18 touchdowns, 140 catches.
Put that
Would we
shit
really
on?
give a fuck about these niggas if they didn't do the shit that they did so great in their field? No, we wouldn't.
Yeah.
So niggas got to stop aligning themselves or looking at these niggas. That shit is not funny that Antonio Brown be doing. The shit don't be funny. It's not funny with him, and it's not funny with Kanye West. It's not funny. And I've heard stories of people who know them personally telling me how they are in person. These niggas are real life clowns. Like, really are real life clowns, bro. And I don't have no reason to believe the person who told me this is lying about it. They don't have no reason to lie about it. They don't even talk about it on their public platform. This is just private conversations me and this person had. I believe it. Why would I want to align myself with somebody who carry themselves? That'd be my thing. Like, people would love to say, "Oh, you don't know these people in turn. You don't know bruh. I only could go off of what you putting out here."
No, you're right. I don't know that nigga. No, we don't know. No, I don't. You're right.
So I gotta go off of what you putting out here, bruh.
Yeah, that's all I have.
That's all I have. I take you for face value. So if you moving like a clown, I'm gonna carry you like a clown. I don't know what the obsession is with trying to get these people to paint another picture. Stop trying to paint another picture of these niggas, man. These niggas are who they are.
Off what they give you. They've given you what they gave you, bro.
A lot of these niggas is not, and it's to the point now where I feel like there's a trend of, whether it be football, league, basketball, just speaking on the journalism shit of it transitioning into something it's no solid foundation, bruh. It's no solid foundation. It's no solid foundation at all. We get to the point where everything is bulk, basketball talk, And it's starting to get more personal. And I don't care about these niggas' personal lives, bruh. I really don't.
I honestly wanted to know what Kyrie thoughts was on the Nets being 1-5. I did not care about,
That's like if you listen to the clip towards the end, a reporter's like, Kyrie, a basketball question for you. You see what I'm saying? Stick to shit like that.
Like this nigga, that reporter had a clear cut agenda, bro. Like he was trying to.
And then of course you look in the quotes and you see everybody. One in particular,
you got actual journalists on the quote saying "fuck Kyrie." Like, bro,
you a whole journalist, bro.
Like, y'all niggas would never have that type of energy towards Kyrie in a one-on-one conversation, bro. Let's be very clear about this type of shit. So the fact that y'all can feel like y'all get on these platforms and type what y'all want to type about these people, when y'all niggas know for a fact that y'all would never talk like that in person, it's not surprising, but it's very unprofessional, bro. It's very unprofessional. It's very unnecessary because y'all don't have this type of energy with white athletes or no other athletes. But the moment a black athlete say some shit that y'all don't align with, or y'all feel that y'all deem that he needs to be shamed for, y'all start talking crazy, and y'all would never talk like this or have this type of energy in a one-on-one conversation or off social media. You know what I'm saying? On some man-to-man shit, y'all would never have that type of energy, bro.
This should be
funny. I always find that type of shit very funny to me, bro. Like,
it is funny.
Like, y'all would never have that type of ever. Fuck this guy.
Alongside, fuck this guy.
Like, what? What? You would be very respectful if you saw that man in person, bro.
Facts.
Very respectful.
See, you can't. That's why I say earlier, Mo, I don't care to have engaged in conversations in terms of that. I just want to know if you're gonna have that security. Are you even able to have a respectful conversation without the disrespect and the emotions? It seems like a lot of y'all are not capable of that, based off these tweets that I'm seeing in that quote. Because it was a lot of them. You know what they had next to them? A lot of checks. So a lot of y'all feel like because you got a check that you somewhat, you hold some type of weight. You mean something. You don't mean shit. And that's not even no integrity, bro.
And you're not even, no, for one, y'all watched that clip and y'all still want to make it what y'all want to make it because the man clearly said what he said. And it wasn't, he said he wasn't. Enough.
And they talking about tweets. You could go to his tweet. His tweet is still up there about him not standing next to anti-Semitism.
But you watched the clip and you wanted to side with that white man trying to press him. That's what this shit come down to. That's why I say
they're using it as a cover up.
It's some racial bullying shit, bro. It's some racial bullying shit. Like, it really is. Like, and I it's just what it is, man.
I don't got nothing for the coons. You know who you are. I ain't got nothing for them. I see a lot of y'all in the quote suits supporting Nick Friedel and what he was doing. That shit's not even cool. It's goofy. It's weirdo behavior. If the man giving you an answer, because the conversation should be about basketball anyway. But you was just dick sucking this nigga prior to the season for media day. So you clearly have an agenda. That's why you can't align yourself with these reporters either on no personal level. Bro, come here, do your job, go home. And I could Kyrie wanted to say way worse than what he said on that podium, bro. I could tell.
He handled that way more classy than I thought he was.
He handled it very well because, like, bro, you pressing buttons, bro. You pressing buttons. I gave you a clear-cut answer. You still asked me about it. Where's the basketball questions, bro? Where's the basketball questions? And like he said, y'all going to take this clip and make it go viral. That shit already got 4 million views.
Over nothing.
Over nothing,
bro. Shit sad.
This shit's stupid. That, like, journalism and sports got to get cleaned up, though. I'm going to tell you right now, don't ever let me get up there. Because a lot of y'all ain't going to fuck with me. Tell you right now. A lot of y'all not going to fuck with me. Don't let me get a moment on ESPN or FS1 or please don't let me get up there. Because all this shit going to get broken down. Because just stick to the roots of what this shit is. If y'all stand on all this journalism, oh yeah, ain't a lot of y'all really with that shit. It's a few. It's only a few.
It's a small few.
It's a small few.
Who actually have like a real and integrity about the craft of being a journalist, it's very few.
Shout out to Bob Costas. I came across his piece that he did after the Bulls won the '98 Finals. He's a commentator, but he also is a journalist too. And like that's the shit that we still missing. It's a good bit of them out there who still do come in here, do their job.
It's about ratings now, so you don't have too many Bob Costas out no more.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like somebody said, because they was looking at how Dan Orlovsky was breaking down play-by-play and analysis for a football game. He's like, where is this at in basketball? I say, if you're lucky enough, because it'd be late, 12:30, Tim Legler does that all the time. Mm-hmm. And I've always spoke highly of Tim Legler.
He's probably like top 3 to me.
It's never been a time where I had to look at Tim Legler. He's been on First Take or he been on Get Up or he been on anything else. I'd be like, damn, bro, like he on some weird shit. No, he evaluates the tape. He breaks it down, and he sticks to what the shit is. That's the job. That's the job. That's what you're supposed to do.
All the other dudes be veering off into some other shit. Like that's why I don't watch Get Up. I don't watch a lot of these shows. Like I don't even watch skip them boys like that. It's very seldom that I watch them. Mm-hmm. I gotta take them like in clips. Like, you know what I'm saying? I watch it like that now, but it's like
a reporter is not even supposed to be in that field. Let's go ahead and address that. A reporter is not even supposed to be in that type of realm. Your job is to report what happens in between the lines.
Yeah, you compromise yourself. You compromise yourself when you do that other shit, man. Like I kind of can't really.
A debate show is a little bit different, and then with the times now we start to highlight a lot of things that maybe are understandable. But in terms of reporting, a lot of reporters be stepping out of bounds, bro.
They do.
And why is it still to this day that y'all still asking players to address their teammates? It's not gonna happen, bro.
They're not gonna
stop
do that.
asking players to throw. You're essentially asking players to throw their teammates in. You do it with LeBron James and Russell Westbrook. You do it with Kyrie Irving and Ben Simmons. You do it with Baker Mayfield and Brian Burns. Stop asking these niggas about their teammates when they playing bad. It's not going to happen because all you trying to do is stir up the pot on some bullshit. A teammate is never going to do that to their teammate, bro.
Cat just fell for that shit too, but he ain't really spell over like that, but yeah.
You talking about with the Popeye shit?
The Popeye shit.
I don't really feel like that shit was that bad, to be honest.
But I get it.
It should have. I think with Cat, he should have just been like, me and Ant have off court conversations about how to move.
As simple as that. Because now when you do that, now you got Bleacher Report putting it out there with emojis trying to make it something that is not. That's all I'm saying.
Because at the end of the day, that's all they're looking for. If we had a 6-month stretch, 6 months of just strictly basketball talk, nothing extra, Bleacher Report will lose their mind. Because they're looking for a moment. They're looking for something. What can I tweet out that's, like
when the Josh Primo shit just happened just now, Bleacher Report had like 5-6 different articles on the app alone about that shit. I don't know. I don't follow them on Twitter, but I can only imagine what they got on Twitter about it. And not saying that it don't need to be covered, but it's like you say, they looking for something. You know what I'm saying? At first it was Josh Primo released a statement about his mental health. Then when you figure out what's really going on is, he's released for this. Then it's he's exposed this. Then it's
clickbait.
Yeah, it's all kind of different shit. It's like, bro, like at some point it's like, all right, we have an initial understanding of what's going on. Let's leave it at that until some other substantial facts
that
come
goes
out.
Back to the email situation.
You know what I'm saying? Like
the same shit. Everybody trying to be first in reporting something
right
on, because now news move faster now with the rise of social media. Everybody knows that, but so everybody's trying to keep up. Like back then in 04, 05, you didn't have that. Sports Center would play the same show throughout the whole day, until 8 o'clock that night.
The same episode would be on until
until 8 o'clock that night.
Yeah,
and if there was breaking news, it would come across the bottom,
and that would be like if somebody passed away or something.
Exactly, but other than that, that show that came on at 8 a.m., 9.
That's 10, when you
11.
knew about the new shit that happened that day. Like then that 8 o'clock episode that'd be on until like
the next 8 o'clock that night.
You're right, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like even with the way shit move now, we've spoken about this on here several times. Like even with the speed of information right now, there still has to be a responsibility to being, to having some type of integrity with what you put out, man. Everybody don't need to have the first word on what's going on.
Facts.
Everybody don't need to have the first tweet about what's going on. Sometimes a reputable source has to be the first word on the shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no reason why Matt Barnes should have been like, oh, I know this, but I'm not gonna say nothing until it comes out. Nigga, just get the fuck off, get move. Get the fuck out the way. You in the way.
Exactly. You want to be in front of the camera bad.
You just want to be on that interview, my nigga. Like, get out the way. And you look like a mammy saying that. Oh, I know this, but I'm gonna wait till more information. All right, then get the fuck out the way, bro. Cause you sound like you in a fucking nail shop right now.
Chatty Patty. With no information. That'd be the shit.
You're
saying shit without saying nothing.
You saying you had information. Well, tell us the information and get the fuck out the way.
That would make us look at him in such a bad light. Oh, this shit is so goofy. This shit is so goofy, man. It's getting worse on a day-to-day basis, bro. Every day is like, it just seems like it's more bullshit. More bullshit that's not highlighting what's really going on. Let's continue this ongoing thing, bro. Stick to the sport. But in the same breath, they say, yeah, we love the sport. No, you don't. You love to get a moment. That's what you love. You love to get a moment.
It's the lifestyle that come with being first, quote unquote. That's what you love, nigga. You don't love the sport no more.
You constantly ask somebody the same question over and over, and the man done gave you an answer.
A clear cut answer at that. Like he ain't Euro step nothing. He's like, yo,
He really didn't. He handled it pretty well, actually. He handled it better than I expected.
Then now you're trying to play the angry black man card. Man, it's these plays be right there. Like, you just gotta call the shit what it is, man. All right, man.
I don't be seeing none of these white athletes be having no moments with these reporters like that.
Because they don't press.
I'm trying to
like
think
that.
of the last one who really had like a real back and forth with. I mean, I can't even shit.
Baker told your boy if you know any drills, let him know.
I was just about to say him. Probably my owner when he had a little. It wasn't nothing too bad. Like, he was mad at the reporter for asking him a question that he already knew the answer to. A lot of them do that shit too. I hate that. Don't ask me a question that you already know the answer to, bruh. Then they get mad and they talk. Oh, salute to you for standing firm. No, he's not standing firm. He being a fucking weirdo. That's not standing firm. You being a weirdo, bro. Do your job. Understand? I really don't understand it, man. I really don't understand it. This shit is wild, man. But yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Kanye West is Kanye West, man. That's all I really got to say about it. Kanye West is Kanye West, and he will continue to be Kanye West. And if you want to try to paint another picture of who this man is, hey, that's you.
Only thing I can really say for Kanye at this point, man, you need to fall back from everything. Focus on just mending your relationships. It don't even got to be no business relationships. It's clear that you've been shitting on some of your friends and shit like that because of your financial standing, which is always corny to me. You need to figure all that shit out. Take some time.
I feel like he really always been this way, dog. Like, really thinking about looking back at the documentary, and looking like
how he did Cootie. Like, I mean,
he's kind of always. I think the money just shine more light on it, because when you get more money, you have more. How can I say it? You
got more freedoms to be what you really are.
Yeah.
Bro.
He kind of had to be a shell of himself in a sense, because he hadn't got there yet. So he low key was always popping his shit though.
Yeah. Which is cool. You can pop your shit, but
I kind of feel like this is who he always been. Always. I remember I was even hearing about a conversation on Tariq podcast too. Space, and there was this guy who know his father, and he said, how he got a falling out with how he owe his father an apology. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not surprised, because that's who he is. Why I'm gonna get upset by somebody who I know what they gonna do? If I was tomorrow, the next day, have a conversation with Kanye West, he promises me all these things, or, he admires me for this, that, and the third, I can't get mad when 3 months later he's shitting on me. I knew that's who he was. I got to carry you at a distance, bro. There's nothing that tells me that, this is who he is, people. That's just, you're just going to accept it for what it is.